Okay, hello everyone. Today I wanted to run some things by you. So we're just going to run a few things like variables. So we'll do apples is equal to, and if I say apples is now equal to apples times 2, what do you think it's going to be? So we know that apples is equal to 2. So we're saying 2 times 2 equals 4, and everything on the left-hand side of the equal sign is a variable, right? So this doesn't have a number. This is just the name of our variable, right? So this should say 4. What if we print apples? It'll be 4. Okay, here we go. 4. Good. Now if we do apples plus apples or equals apples plus apples plus apples, well, we know the new value of apples to be 4. So we're saying 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to apples. So if we print apples again, I'm going to be so sick of saying apples by the end of this video. This should be 12. Perfect. And 4 represents the number here, and the 12 represents the number on line 9. And you can see that we're updating the variable name apples as we go through our code. Wonderful. Now, another important thing, if I say for I in, here's range 3, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if that works. Print I. So what is this doing? So it's saying for every number before 3, print that number, which makes no sense. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it makes no sense. But yeah, you can see it prints off 3 numbers. And it's important to know that Python or coding languages start from 0. That's why it says 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. That's 3 numbers, right? Perfect. Okay, let me just double check my notes so that I can get the right thing for you. Okay, good. So the next thing we're going to do is, okay, let's do this. So if I now type in something like this, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? So it's saying for I in range 4, so for all the numbers in range 4, we're going to print jump. How many times will it print out jump? It's going to print it out 4 times, because there's 4 numbers, right? Okay, so jump, jump, jump. Wonderful. Now, if I say, I can do something a bit more complicated, right? You can say something like apples equals 2, and we'll say for I in range 4, apples equals apples plus 2, print apples. So what's going to happen here? So we know apples is 2, and every time this runs, it's doing 2 plus 2. But you have to be a little bit careful with this. So it's going to print apples. So if we run this the first time, let's see what happens. Actually, let's do it by 1. Let's see what happens. So if we run this now, it should say 4. Good. If we run this again, but this time we change the range to 2, it should say 8, or rather 6, sorry. And now it should say 8. There we go. Oh, if it updates, there we go. And now it should say 10. Okay. So each time we increment this number, it's adding 2 to the end variable, right, which is 10 here. Okay. So hopefully that clears up some confusion, or that clears up the homework for you guys. I think after this, you should be able to understand what I'm expecting you to do. So let's take a look at one more step, right? And this is the end project, or the end activity, the activity right at the end. So if we say steps is equal to 0, and we'll say for I in range 10, steps equals steps plus 1, right? So we want to take 10 steps and then count the number of steps. So we add 1 to the number of steps each time we take a step, because we're taking 10 steps. Then we're going to print out the variable steps. Very confusing, I know. So here we go. This should be 9, or rather 10. Okay, perfect. Good. So that's kind of how variables and loops work. I know it can be confusing, but it's something you need to wrap your head around, right? And there's other ways we can explain this, and actually we can do it right now. So let's do, to make it clearer, for numbers in range 10, so we say for numbers inside of 10, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to say steps is equal to steps plus 1, right? And matter of fact, I think actually what we can do here is, no, that should be fine. Okay, let's run this and see what happens. Okay, good. So we have 10. Now we can even do things like print, let's have a look here. Just so we can check, we can say print right here, print number. We'll do F string, so you don't need to know what this is, but I'm just going to do it so that you can see it. Numbers. Okay. And what I'm going to say here is step number. Okay. Perfect. So now this should tell us what step we're on. And also we're going to do print steps so that it counts the number of steps after each step. So it shows us what the variable step is equal to after each step number, which is this number right here. So let's run that and see what happens. Okay. So you can see step by step, it runs through the numbers and it adds 1. If we change to 2, it's going to do the same thing, but it's going to go up by 2 each time. If we do by 5, it's going to go up by 5 each time. Okay, and you can see the step numbers as it goes, as it gets higher and higher and higher. So the step numbers, if you add them all together, equals 10. And that's why we have range 10 here. We're adding 5 to each step, which is why it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then we're just printing these things out so that you can see what's happening on screen. So hopefully that's clear. I know that's a little bit difficult to understand, but I have 100% faith that you guys will be able to understand this and understand what variables are and steps are and how to work through this problem. So if you do have any issues, just message me. I'm here to help you, right? And I'll be happy to help you. So have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Okay, goodbye.